Hello and welcome. In the online lecture series of Workshop Technology, this is the seventh lecture. Sorry, semester seven is not the semester second, but this is the seventh lecture that we are going to take today. So we'll be focusing on carpentry and fitting shop. Yes, please. So as you know, this carpentry and fitting shop has more relevance in the workshop because in workshop we teach all the associated all the things and all the objects and along with they are used in the workshop. So this basically this study is practical based or experimental based, and all these we perform in workshop. So this is experiment 10 in our study, and at the same time it's theoretical part also. Theoretical parts is covered in the workshop technology subject, and in and practical is experimental is covered in uh, workshop MP lab. So in the last lecture we discussed about the carpentry shop and what are the basic carpentry tools. So there we discussed about what are the tools. Now we'll be detailing all the tools there. Measuring tools, that means the tools that are used to measure the lengths and dimensions of wood. Then cutting tools, these are the tools that are basically used to cut the wood. Striking tools are used for hammering a nail or something else like that. So sharpening tools are these are the tools that are used to sharpen the cutting tools to make a knife edges, and marking tools are the tools that are used basically to mark on the wooden pieces where from we have to cut the wood. And planing tools are the planer. These tools are used to give a smooth surface to the wood, and drilling tools are the tools that are basically used to give the holes, whereas holding tools are the devices that are used to hold the workpiece on which we have to work. So first we will talk about measuring tools. Measuring tools, as you can see, tapes, steel rules. Tapes are given. This one is tape, and tape is uh, inch tape or both can be measured, and this has a long length. This can also be used while measuring long dimensions of wood. And then these are steel rules. Steel rules are 6 inches to 24 inches, that is half feet to 2 feet. Then four fold wood rule, this also uh, measuring device, but that is basically folded around four sections, and these are opened for full length. So these are the measuring tools that we have to study. Then we can know the marking tools, pencils and scriber and marking gauge. These are the marking tools that are basically used to mark on the wood. So pencil is normally used for plain wood, whereas scriber and marking gauge are used for rough wood. Thereafter we have to work on the surface. Mortise gauge is also one of the type of marking gauge. This is also used on smooth gauge, smooth surface, but this is also used to give circular dimensions and curvilinear dimensions. Whereas tri-square is used for making right angles, and bevels are used for producing angular moment. So bevels, this one is a bevel, right one is bevel. So bevels are used for uh, measuring and giving angular dimensions. So this blade can rotate along this plane, and this is a screw pivot about which the blade will rotate. Then bevels are there. After bevels, we have compass, compass and dividers. These are also cutting tools that are marking tools that are basically used to draw a circle or curve. Then cutting tools are there, saws. Saw, as we know, is the basic tool that is used to cut the wood. Then we have different types of saw, rip saw, and then tenon saw. Rip saw is one which has a sharper edge, and tenon saw, the thickness or the width is same all along the blade, whereas compass saw is highly sharp and it has low thickness at one end and another high thickness. Then keyhole saw, this is used to clarify the holes, sharpen the hole. So keyhole saw is also there. Cross cuts are used by two people, since two handles are there, and this is basically used to cut the trunks and uh, trees, etc. Bow saw is a foldable saw. The length of the saw can be adjusted according to the length of the blade. Then we have chisels. Chisels are also uh, cutting tools that are used to give V shape and slots in the wooden pieces. Firmer chisel, dovetail chisel. These are two very much employed in wooden carpentry shop. Firmer chisel and dovetail chisel. These are two very much used to give different types of slots and different types of shapes, internal shapes to the wood. Then mortise chisel is there, socket chisel, outside gauge chisel, and inside gauge chisel. All these are there. So these are also used for different purposes. Whereas forward chisel and dovetail chisel are commonly used in workshop and are given to give different shapes and to the internal cavities. Then mortise chisel, socket chisel, gauge chisel. These are the chisels, different types of chisels made here: firmer chisel, socket chisel, dovetail chisel, outside chisel, mortise chisel, inside gauge chisel, and then adze. Adze are basically deformed shape of X. X has a sharper edge in X direction, whereas it has a sharper edge in Y direction. That is perpendicular to the handle. In the X we have normally uh, the sharp edge is aligned with the handle, whereas in this case in this this the sharpened edge is perpendicular to the handle. Then planing tools are planes, different types of planes: wooden jack planes, then this is iron jack plane. These two planes are very much applied, very much used in the carpentry shop. We normally work with these two, iron jack plane and wooden jack plane. These two are given. These two are used for uh, smoothing the wooden surface. So these are two different types of plane: wooden plane and iron jack plane. Drying plane is drying plane, and then smoothing plane. These are smoothing plane is basically used for a very soft wood, whereas drying plane is used for hard woodens, and this in case of iron jack plane is also used for soft, whereas wooden jack plane can be applied to any types of wood. This is basically made up of wood, whereas iron jack plane is heavy. Similarly, smoothing plane is also made up of wood, whereas drying plane is made up of steel. Special planes, these are special planes that basically are used to give different types of shapes rather than plane. So these are different types of planes: flow plane, router plane. Then we have rasp. Rasp are basically rasp are basically used to smooth the surface of holes and to remove sharp edges, etc. Rasps are the tools that are basically used to remove big materials from the wood. So rasp, we have different types of rasp we are using in our workshop. So rasp are basically these tools. Then drilling and boring tools: hand drill, ratchet brace, gimlet drill. These drills are used to drilling and boring tool. These tools are basically used to create a hole. Drills are used to create a hole. One is hand drill. This one is the rightest one. Gunlet drill is the basic drill that we can apply through our hand, whereas hand drill is involves a circle, and this we give circular motion to the handle, and this way create hole is created. Ratchet brace is highly specialized and highly precision drill. So we basically use to artistic materials and give curves and drills to the artistic pieces, etc. Russian brace is used. Normally, we use hand drill. Then coming to different types of hammers: cross pin hammer, claw hammer, then mallet. Mallet is the hammer of wood. Head and handle both are made up of wood, whereas in case of claw hammer and cross pin hammer, the head is made up of metal, iron metal, whereas handle is made up of either wood or steel. In claw hammer, the handles may be of wood or steel. Mallet is whole wooden. Mallet is whole wooden hammer. Then sharpening tools. There are water stones and grinders. These are basically to sharpen the cutting tools. Like axes, axe have when their edge tears out and it does not cuts the material smoothly, then what we do, we rub or grind the tool on the grinder or water stone. This way, the edge will sharpen and again it will work to its full capacity. Holding devices, bench hook, and then clamping devices. Uh, these are basically devices that are used to hold the workpiece. Bench hook, and vice. Vices are used to hold the job when the job is basically when the job is being deformed or some operation is being done. So the holding device is vice, and this is bench top and bench top, and then bench hook. Bench hook is used to support the workpiece. C clamps, these are not mounted on a table, they can be placed anywhere. So these are basically used for wooden frames like door frames, etc. So where we have to work, we will open the whole jaw and the wooden frame of window or door can be mounted on this. Whereas these are mounted vices and bench top, bench hook are mounted on tables. C clamps, then come wooden joints. These wooden joints are used. Wooden joints are made by C clamps, etc. Then safety precautions while working in carpentry shop. So these are the safety devices. We don't have to wear loose clothes. We don't have to play with the tools. We have to be very much sincere and focusing on the tools. And we don't have to use blunt tools, and no machines should be operated without any attendant. Or and sometimes nails and screws should be properly kept in box. No devices should be thrown here and there. So these are the these were the tools that we were using in the workshop and now carpentry shop, and now these are the joints that we will make in the shop. Tile, deodar or any softwood 100 by 40 by 30 piece, and this piece is given like this, and ultimately a T lap joint is made. Similarly, uh, cross joint is also made in the workshop, and this is the process. Then dovetail T joint, is made like this. So these are the joints that we basically make in our workshop. Now, today I will discuss one more tools, and that is fitting shop. Fitting shop tools will also discuss. Fitting shop is basically used for metal fitment. So there are many devices, there are many machines and many other appliances that need fitment. So for fitment, we have a fitting shop, and fitting shop tools are there. So fitting shop also tools has or more or less similar to carpentry shop. We have clamping tools, marking tools, striking tools, measuring tools, cutting tools, threading tools, and drilling tools. One more type of tool we are using here, threading, because woods we don't make threads, and here in fitting shop we use metal, we work on metal, so threading is also done for mounting of nuts and bolts. So threads are also there. So bench wise, hand wise, all these are more or similar to carpentry shop. Some slight differences are there. Those are made, those are not the tools that we are working in carpentry shop are not as rigid and as strength as in fitting shop, because here we are dealing with all the metals and alloys, whereas in carpentry shop we are using wood that is softer to metals. So these are the firmer and harder and high strength devices that we are using in fitting shop. So similarly, vices are there, small vice, pin vice, small vice, in which we can chuck is there, in which we can hold small devices, small works that we have to work on, and then pipe vice is there, pipe vice is like that, and then we have V block with U clamp. So these are the devices where we can hold different types of jobs, be it circular, cylindrical, or rectangular, or linear. All types of jobs are there. So these are the cutting tools. So cutting tools are there. So these are files, different types of files are there, and classification of files is given. Classification, different types of grades of files are there. So rough file is that has 20 teeth per inch, and the second cut 40 teeth per inch, and dead smooth is 100 teeth per inch. Mustard file has 30 teeth per inch, and smooth file has 50 teeth per inch. So these are the classification of the files. Files are basically used to smoothen the surface of metals, whereas shape and size, on the basis of shape and size, half round, half end file, flat file, knife edge file. These are different types of files that are used to smoothen the metal. Then coming on the filing method, these are the methods how we have to file. We have to hold the workpiece in the clamp, and then we have to file. These are the chisels that are basically used for different types of creating for different types of internal cavities and V shapes. Chisels are there. Then after chisels, method of chipping. So we have different types of striking tools, hammering tools, straight pin hammer, then ball pin hammer, more or less similar to carpentry shop tools that we have used. Here we have stronger and strengthier tools, as I told earlier, because here we have to deal with the metals, and in case of carpentry shop, we have to work with the wood only. So these are more harder and more has more strength, but more or less similar to carpentry shop. Then miscellaneous tools, drill tool, drill is there. Drill is basically used to generate a hole in metallic piece. Then reamer is to clear or clear the drilled hole or to increase the hole dia. Then countersunk is made. Taps are basically used to create threads in internal set where we can place bolts and screws, etc. Then die stop. These are the basically used to create. Uh, these are basically used to create threads and cut the exterior surface of cylindrical job. Then how to make a fitting job. This is the details. We have to take workpiece 48 by 48 and we have to create M8 thread in it. M8 type of thread. So we'll be holding, and then we'll be using these, and we'll be having creating a fitting job in workshop. So these are the basic questions that we have gone through. Viva was what are the different types of fitting shop, classification of metals, mild steel, cast iron, high speed steel, etc. Then ferrous, non-ferrous, brass, aluminium, copper, tin, lead, etc. What is the difference between cast iron and steel? Cast iron is, if iron contains 1.8%, then it is known as cast iron. If it is less than 1.8%, it is called steel. So these are different important questions that are basically used in Viva. So this is the whole list of questions that we have taught, and we